Exploring the U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Libya. The United States Army has a well-established reputation for its ability to combat insurgencies around the world. The Army has led successful counterinsurgency operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, and more recently in Syria. However, less is known about the Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Libya. Libya has been grappling with conflict since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi's regime, and the situation has only gotten worse since then. In this article, we take a closer look at the U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Libya and how it has played out so far. The U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency is built around building relationships with local communities, strengthening the capacity of local security forces, and creating opportunities for economic development. These three components are the pillars of the Army's counterinsurgency strategy, and they have proved to be effective in many operational theaters. However, the situation in Libya is a bit different. There is not a single recognized central government in the country, and there are dozens of militias vying for control of various regions. This has made it difficult for the U.S. Army to build relationships with local communities, since there is no one central authority to work with. Moreover, the local security forces in Libya are weak, fragmented, and often aligned with the various militias. This makes it difficult for the U.S. Army to strengthen their capacity, and it also raises questions about the effectiveness of the security forces themselves. Economic development is also a challenge in Libya due to the ongoing conflict and the lack of a functioning central government. The country's oil resources have been seized by various militias, and it is difficult to attract foreign investment given the current security situation. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Army has been working to establish relationships with local communities in Libya. Its approach has mostly been centered around humanitarian aid projects, such as providing medical assistance and building schools. However, the Army has also been working to establish partnerships with local security forces, such as the Libyan National Army. The Libyan National Army has proven to be particularly effective in the fight against ISIS in the country. The Army has worked closely with the Libyan National Army to provide them with training and equipment, and has also provided air support in some operations. However, the partnership with the Libyan National Army has also raised some concerns. The Army has been accused of supporting one side over the other, and there have been reports of human rights abuses committed by the Libyan National Army. These concerns highlight the challenges of establishing partnerships in a country with so many factions and militias. The U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Libya faces many challenges, but it also has some advantages. The Army has a wealth of experience in dealing with insurgencies around the world, and it has a large network of partnerships with various local security forces. Moreover, the Army has access to advanced technology and intelligence capabilities that can be used to support operations in Libya. Ultimately, the U.S. Army's approach to counterinsurgency in Libya is a work in progress. While there have been some successes, such as the partnership with the Libyan National Army, there have also been setbacks, such as the difficulty in establishing relationships with local communities. The Army will need to continue to adapt and adjust its approach as the situation in Libya evolves. In the end, success in countering insurgency requires not only a strong military approach, but also a strong political and economic approach. The U.S. Army will need to work closely with the Libyan people and local security forces to build trust and cooperation, and it will need to find ways to promote economic development. Only then will the Army be able to create a sustainable solution to the insurgency in Libya.